Hello there, and welcome to middle school here at Maranatha. A little bit about me. My name is Alan Banks. I'm the middle school principal here at MCA, and I want to introduce you to a few faces you may see during your time here at Maranatha. In addition, cover a few topics that you may have some questions on as you start your journey. Here is a few of the faces in our middle school admin team. We have Mr. Agramson, our upper school assistant principal, and Mr. Thomas, our upper school dean of students. Both of them will work with students in the fifth all the way up through their senior year in high school. Mr. Jensen, our college and career counselor, beginning to work with our middle school students. Mrs. Shoup and Mrs. Wellhouse are two of our school counselors who work with our middle school students in a variety of capacities. And then we have Dr. Denmark Brown, who is our Director of Learning Support Services. You will see them around. You may hear from them a number of times throughout this school year. The heart of our admin team is to support you as families, support our students as well. Here in middle school, we truly believe that every single student is here for a reason, and they are created to thrive. And what does that look like? That looks like their spiritual life. How are they learning about God? How are they connected about God? How are they growing in their faith? Intellectually, how are we challenging them academically? And then socially, how are we challenging them in their friendships, right? And then a big piece is culture. You will hear us talk about culture here at Maranatha, and especially in the middle school. Our culture is grounded in a few things here. The big one being integrity, respect. How are we respecting others, respecting that property and things around us? And then personal responsibility, taking responsibility for the things that we do. And through all of this in middle school, our hope is that we are preparing your students for the God-given plan and potential that He has for them in high school, college, and beyond as they grow into the person God has created them to be. What does it look like to build that student culture here at Maranatha? You'll hear a little bit more about our house system and the intentionality of connecting our grades and connecting our students together. Opportunities for students to grow together closer through a variety of fun different events throughout the year. Our action awards, you may hear about our culture in action statements and culture and action awards. These are going to be students who are representing these different areas and representing our Maranatha culture well. And these are recognitions from their teachers, from their classmates. Service learning, how are we being the hands and feet of Christ? How are we serving others around us? There is some required service that students will participate in the middle school and the high school. In addition, though, we are going to build in a middle school serve day where we are giving back to our community around us. Look for more information on that as we get into the school year. And then a big piece of it as well is how are we developing relationships well? Relationships with our peers, with our classmates, but also with our teachers, with those people who are in our lives, pouring into our lives. We want this connection, this community to be lasting beyond just a class, beyond just a grade level, but friends for life, right? And then our teachers care about you. They care about your students. We are for you. We are not against you. We want to see what's best for your kids. And we want to see God work in them and do some amazing things with their lives. Here at Maranatha as well, you will hear us talk about a biblical worldview. And a worldview, by definition, is a collective of beliefs, ideas, convictions, and habits that help us make sense of everything around us, the world, make sense of God. Why are we here? What is our purpose? All of those big questions. And research shows that a student's worldview is typically formed by the age of 12. So there is an importance in us pouring into our kids and training them up in a biblical worldview. What does that look like? That looks like, what does the Bible say about this? Pouring into the Word, digging into the Word, challenging our kids to get into the Word, and then our teachers working to integrate and immerse their courses into that biblical framework. How does the Bible apply to math? What does God say about history and science and all of those different things? A little caveat and a personal piece as well that I like to tie into has to do with technology. More and more over the last few years, we have seen a shift in how a student's worldview is formed. Historically, a worldview has been formed based on those people that you surround yourself with, your family, your friends, your church. And all of that can impact a worldview. But more and more, what we're seeing is that kids and students, their worldviews are being shaped and formed by the content and material that they are consuming on their devices, their cell phones, their laptops, all of those different pieces. Here at Maranatha as well, we will have cell phones off and away throughout the day. If you need to connect with your student, our push and our challenge is that you either email them where they can get back to you on their own time, or reach out to our student services in order to get a message to them. That can be communicated to our teachers quickly, and that message can then be communicated to your students. Academics is a big thing in middle school, and it starts to have an impact and a lasting impact. You will see that we are setting our students up for success when it comes to their academics. Every single student will have an advisory class that is held throughout the week. And then in this advisory, they are given some time as a structured study hall. And then once a week, they will have a win time or a what I need in order to put more intentionality behind student support. You will see as well our College and Career Center intentionally working with our students throughout the year on a tool called Naviance, and college and career exploration. Any sort of schedule changes can also go through our College and Career Center, any questions that you have. In addition, our core content classes, we do offer honors and some advanced classes in the middle school to prepare students for that high school credit and that high school level. Some of our 8th grade classes that we offer as well will count towards their high school credit. And then a little bit more about our offerings in the middle school. 5th and 6th grade have electives in their music choice. So band, choir, or orchestra, they would pick one of those areas. 7th and 8th grade expands on that. So you still have the option for those music classes, but incorporating exploratory electives where they can dig into some of our STEM classes, some of our academic focus, dig into business, fine arts, all of those different things during that elective period. Why are academics important in middle school? It doesn't go on a transcript. Well, I would challenge you, this is setting the framework for the high school trajectory, and push back a little bit that some of these classes that you do take in middle school can count towards that high school credit in 8th grade. In addition, even in the 5th grade, you have that honor roll qualifier in your academics. And then that also will qualify students for our National Junior Honor Society program beginning in 6th grade. Here's a quick snapshot of our GPA and grade point scale. This can also be found in our parent and student handbook. So all of this push with academics, faith formation, how do you best support your kids as a parent? We use a tool called Schoology, our learning management system here at Maranatha, to track grades, academic progress. Assignments are all going to be housed within Schoology. And you will also see reference materials. So students will have access to PDFs of their textbooks, any sort of digital content, any sort of additional learning resources, if there's videos or additional opportunities for students to dig into the content area. All of that can be found in Schoology. My favorite tip for parents, though, especially with students in the middle school, in questioning, hey, how can I keep up on where my kids are at? Where are their grades? Are they missing any assignments? Do they have any work that's overdue or they haven't turned in yet? Ask your student, log into Schoology and show me where you're at. You'll be able to quickly and easily see on the right-hand side if there are any overdue or missing assignments, and then dig into some of the classes and content area and work together with your students to see them succeed academically. How do we support our students here at Maranatha? We may recommend office hours or our help sessions after school. These are dedicated times where our teachers are available for some assistance and some additional class time to work on work. These are held after school, and every teacher holds office hours a little bit differently throughout the week. Peer tutoring, we've integrated a peer tutoring model for our math students as well during those help sessions. During advisory, during this win time, additional time that your kids can have with their teachers to gain some additional remediation and support. We also have a learning support services or an LSS program for those students who need maybe just a little bit more. And then for those high achievers, we do have alpha honors and some advanced level courses that students can take in the middle school. Being a private school, we do have a dress code. Information can be found on our website regarding our dress code, and there is a visual dress code guide I will refer you to that can be found under the My MCA tab on the website underneath the Parents section. Attendance is a big question as well. Our school day runs 8:15 to 3:10. We do expect students to arrive on time and actually maybe a little early so they are fully prepared for the school day and be here for the entire school day. It can be really, really hard to make progress and show academic achievement if a student is missing a large number of days within a quarter, within a semester, within a school year. If a student will be absent, please, please, please notify the school before 9 o'clock so that we know your student will be absent. That way we can keep track of it down in that student services department. The form that you need to submit can be found under that same MyMCA Parents section of our website. The other piece is just a few numbers, right? If a student misses 9 or more days within a quarter, it starts to have an impact on their grade. 9 days in a quarter is roughly 20% of the total school days within that quarter. So if you really, really want to see your students succeed, we need them here and we want them here throughout this school year. But we do understand some circumstances do pop up. And if that is the case, please be in communication with administration. Speaking of attendance, What happens if at the end of the school day, I can't come and pick my kid up right away? We have a program for that. And our program in middle school is a little bit of a gradual release of responsibility. So you will see our youngest middle schoolers in fifth and sixth grade will be part of a program called Extended Experience. And that will run from 3:20 through 5:30 p.m. And that is a time where students will have some additional study hall, time outside playing with their peers, and then we do merge it with our lower school extended day program to allow some of our staff to merge out. There is a fee for that structure. There are some short-term and long-term plans if you are looking to use this regularly. Otherwise, we do have a drop-in structure as well. Fifth and sixth grade students cannot be unsupervised at the end of the school day here at Maranatha. Seventh and eighth graders, the model looks a little bit different in that gradual release. They will have administrative supervision in the coffee house or the cafeteria until that 5:30 time. If there are instances or situations where your kid needs to be here later than that 5:30 time, please reach out to administration, let us know, because we do not want continued patterns of students being picked up beyond that 5:30 time. We do understand sports and coaching and all of that as well. And speaking of that, there are so many ways for you to get involved here at Maranatha. Athletics is just a short piece of that, starting in the middle school. So join a sports team, join a club, join an after-school community where our kids can continue to grow closer to one another. Come and attend our fine arts events that are held throughout the year. Come to our sporting events. We want to see you, we want to meet you, and we want to cheer on our MCA Mustangs. Students also have a variety of opportunities for leadership development and leadership within different programs, such as our Student Council, our National Junior Honors Society as well. That's all I have for you in this quick little video. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to the school here. We will point you to the right person. We will get your questions answered. And we are really looking forward to launching an amazing school year here at Maranatha. We are praying for you as we look to launch into the 2025-2026 school year.